if the Razor doesn't have a BKB, actually do massive amounts of damage before the BKB is popped, and then you kind of hinder his ability to run it. And of course, the Wisp helps him in that regard. Anyways, and they pretty much banned out the heroes that the Razor doesn't like playing against. The Queen of Pain, the Lina, the Terrorblade, the Batrider. All of those heroes are pretty good against the Razor, and they're the reason why they got banned is pretty much this hero. But now you see the Kunkka. And Razor, he doesn't do burst damage, right? You want to latch onto this hero, and the Kunkka can usually run away. Imagine the run buff plus the Grimstroke Inks. Well, he's gonna be super fast, even for a Razor to kind of finish off. So I'm liking the approach from Fantastic Five this time around, and considering they have two last picks, I think we're gonna be seeing them having a really good lineup to actually fight Hydra.
Well, we're going to get Blizzy's comforts here with the Underlord, and looks like a Zayat's Disruptor as well. So, Hydra's filled with comfort heroes with the IO, the Underlord, and the Disruptor. I really like that they're going, they are making a statement here of, we're not going to let you a chance to play. And this Timbersaw, though.
That's a statement. That's a really good Timbersaw pick.
Game of statements.
Yeah, definitely. The Underlord hates playing against him. You have the burst damage for the Underlord. Sure, the Pit of Malice is nice against the Spirit Breaker, but let's again look at this Hydra lineup. Very hard to execute. The only thing they have going for them is we defend towers well, and then when you start getting away from those towers, we can glimpse you in. But where does the damage come from? How do you finish off heroes? Even if you do, it's only one hero you can get. You can't get a kill, then get a glimpse for another one. So you're just going to get the one hero going your way. So just looking at this Hydra lineup again, they're having a very hard to execute lineup, and they're going to be needing a mid hero that can actually go around the map getting kills. We see the Lash being banned out. That's kind of the hero that does it all. Pushes the towers, deals AoE magic damage, kills heroes, has a stun. You know, you need to ban out those kind of heroes because Hydra, they've drafted themselves into a pretty bad position. The only thing going for them is their lanes could go really strong. That is something that could go amazing for them, but it doesn't have to be that way. Fantastic Five play it and set it up properly.
I think that's an answer for Hydra too. If you look at them, with Fantastic Five has really put emphasis into their laning stage. They've usually played it pretty well. Last game they had 3 players in the top 4 net worth. They really punished Hydra's carry player. They had the Phantom Lancer far behind anybody else, and they don't really focus on farming that much. Except for Vazi on the OD, who really wanted to focus on farm when the Medusa was doing the same too, the rest of the team making space. If Hydra really focuses on the lanes, you say no damage. I see a lot of damage with this Underlord, and I see the Razor shutting down one completely, because we're looking at 3 strength heroes against percentage-based burn from the Underlord. So that's quite a lot, actually. So if they get something for sustain... Death Prophet wasn't the hero I was thinking about, but I guess DP fits in nicely here because Fantastic Five doesn't really have a direct answer to blow up this DP here. Timber only has a limited amount of damage. DP can also dodge half of that stuff. And then Kunkka is also reliant on Tidebringer damage and a couple right clicks. Spirit Breaker, Grimstroke doesn't really kill a DP once she picks up that HP. So yeah. I like Hydra's draft.
You need something that's gonna be able to take heroes over the edge. You look at Fantastic Five and they have enough damage to take away 60-70% of your HP, but not to kill you. And Hydra, with this kind of a hero, this is the hero that pushes towers, that does damage. It doesn't catch people, but it can stay in front. If you stay in front, you have the Underlord, Pit of Malice protecting you, have the Wisp. It kind of rounds it up quite nicely. And
I'm having mixed feelings here. I just said Hydra has a great draft, but then I see this Enigma, and I'm just
It's a good Enigma game.
It is a good Enigma game. It's a really good Enigma game too. And of course, it's the new guy who's going to be playing it too, because Realm is going to be playing Carry Kunkka, Malreen's going to be playing mid Timbersaw. I should have actually said Malreen's going to be playing Timber because literally in his interview, he said that he wants to be the guy to show he's the better Timbersaw of him and Amar, the friend, the flower, the F. So, Vazia Enigma, I already in advance. I'm going to apologize to all of you viewers, and we're going to be looking at a lot of this Enigma during his laning stage because I want to see his item build. I want to get into his mindset. I want to see how he thinks.
I think Blink BKB for sure. That is the way that you win this one. HYDRA, they need to
Do you,
have the
though?
Underlord.
Do you go for Blink,
I
though?
think you do. Yeah, you have the Death Prophet and the Underlord in front,
You
right?
need
You can't go
armor.
with one.
You need armor and BKB for sure. Like this, I'm kind of feeling like you need to get either stuff like Lotus Orbs, BKB, maybe some damage on the bottom. So we'll see if Blink BKB is the go-to build here, which could be it. But I don't think like going for a Dominator is a bad idea either, because then you get that pushing power too. Let's see what he goes for. Let's see what he goes for.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. Though, you know, we'll have ourselves a Midas, a Blink, a BKB Enigma, nothing else. The thing is, you catch two heroes inside of the black hole if you have a BKB, and one of those is dead. There isn't a save for both of them. There's no way to cancel out the BKB black hole. So later portions of the game, it's definitely gonna be Fantastic Five and HYDRA. They need to be pushing their advantage super hard. But the thing is, you have some of these fat heroes on the side of Fantastic Five, and we talked about the Underlord doing a ton of damage. The Death Prophet does a ton of damage as well. But the thing is, can you kill them? Can you kill the heroes? I still look at HYDRA and I look at their heroes and I think they can kill one hero with a glimpse. The other ones are probably going to be getting out. So I'm going to be looking towards Fantastic Five and thinking that they are actually taking this game too.
Well, we'll have to see and wait. I would love to see a 3-game series at least for this one to really show that Fantastic Five wants to be in this Division 2. Because I don't think this team is ready to give up yet, at least with their spot. They're in second last place. They're above Bait. That's not a huge achievement, I have to say. In all truest words. But for Fantastic Five, playing behind Nemiga, playing behind Windstrike, playing against Gambit, those are teams that definitely should take a win off a Fantastic Five, but can they take a full-on series? I feel like there's a lot of potential in this team, and that's why they should still stay in Division 2 to get some room. But if they can't win against HYDRA, they can't get one map of HYDRA, what's their mental mind state or their mental state going to be for weeks 5 and week 6 with their final games? Because they still have a couple series to go until they're done with the groups. They need to get at least one win to fight for tiebreakers.
Yeah, and especially talking about the mental situations, you know, it's you're kind of swapping out your offlaner. Yep, it is gonna be a move, but should be there okay.
Ooh. Doesn't even get hit by the plasma field, so no slows, no damage. But yeah, back to the original topic with the mental state. I think it's a huge factor here, Harry.
Yeah, if you get a win, you're going to be feeling okay about your offlaner, about your stand-in. We don't know if he's going to be an official member just yet, but you're going to be feeling relatively okay. If you lose 2 games, then right off the bat, that honeymoon period, it kind of gets cancelled out, and you might actually just, you know, feel like you can't win in the next few games. And with the inexperienced teams, it can happen quite a lot. So I'm hoping that they're able to at least put up a fight. But look at this, HYDRA, they want to get all the runes, considering you're playing against the Enigma. But Locus, he gets a lucky bash, and the rune, who's gonna be faster on the click? It's gonna be him.
Yeah, it's gonna be 2 for 1, 3 for 1 by the looks of it for HYDRA. As Locus able to snatch one away from Dream. Dream's taking some early damage at least. Mika's going to provide the regeneration here, the Tango. But still, Locus is keeping up the pressure. And walks into Vazia here. So Vazia is going to be able to keep the IO away. Eidolon's already used. Did he eat the range creep? Yes, he did. So sometimes you see Enigma players eat the melee creep instead of the range creep, because you know you're going to have the capability of denying the range creep anyway with the low HP. You have the Eidolons, 3 times 20, doing 60 extra damage. Technically, Enigma's hitting for 110-ish, 111 damage, so to say.
And this is the thing now, the IO, he likes to be with the Razor, but if you're with the Razor, the difference in levels is gonna be too big. Of course, the Enigma, you can't stop the Razor from farming, but you're still gonna be getting a ton of experience here, even with all of the denies coming through. So I'm looking at this Spirit Breaker. He probably just wants level 2, and these couriers, they will not find their mark. He even has a ward there, so that salve from the from the IO. Probably not going to be getting towards his mark. And I'm liking how Fantastic Five are playing this right off the bat. I can assume that Vazia is a Enigma player, so he's probably going to be giving kind of instructions to Locas how he wants the lane to go and if he's doing well or not.
Yeah, and you also have like a cooldown dependent lineup. So what he's thinking is, do they have Exorcism up, and when is his Black Hole going to be up? Plus, does he go for a quick early level 6 rotation, which you sometimes are like, just put the spell on cooldown, because that's the only mission you really have at that point. Just use your spell. You don't have to use it later on. If you're just holding onto your Black Hole, it doesn't really give that mental pressure like you're usually like, oh, they have Black Hole, we can't go in. Level 1 Black Hole is not scary at all. It's just 50 pure damage per second, so that's, what, 200 damage what it does in total. So a lone Enigma is not a threat.
I think it's 100 per second. So it's 400 damage.
It actually is 400 damage, so it's yeah, but it's still like, you know, it feels like it's a lot of damage, but you need that +1 or at least multiplied Eidolons to be able to get kills. So it's usually like, yeah, they run off with 10% HP and, oh, I just burnt my spells. Oh, now I don't have any way to defend myself in lane. I'm just gonna have to, you know, dead lane and leave.
I have to say, Vazia, he kind of dropped the ball there. A lot of his creeps got denied. He has 6 denies to himself. That's nice. But the thing is, he only has 3 CS. Yeah. So I think he definitely could have done a better job. He definitely could have done a better job. A few of the CS there that I was looking at, Vazia did make a mistake of not getting them. But still, yeah, it is a problem that Dream is gonna have with his experience for sure.
Yeah, I mean, for Dream, like, he is enjoying his time right now because he does more damage, but Enigma just hit level 3, level 2 Eidolons. They already almost half extra the damage. So now it's 28, so that's already going to make your last hitting so much easier. So I'm pretty sure he should be ramping up his farm in the minutes to come. It's just super important that Locas actually provides him with that early experience. Realm is going to go down, though. This is going to be first blood in top. Ooh, not the tick damage is not going to be enough. 15 HP. Very calculated. Very close for Realm. And do they break this out too? Yeah, another Firestorm on top. He only brought himself an extra 300 HP. And Sayat's got killed, but Dara doesn't get first blood for it. He was tanking the tower for a second, and that's going to be a dead disruptor.
Not that bad, and that was your last point where you could actually kill the Kunkka. Considering he has the Helm of the Iron Will right now, it's gonna be that much harder to actually bring him down. Yeah, so nice attempt from HYDRA, I have to say. Realm being greedy, not want to be going for the bracers, not want to be using those gauntlets of strength. He just wants the fast armlet, and because of it he almost got punished, but actually in the end just baited in HYDRA into a really bad move. Sure, it's not the biggest of deals, but still, these Kunkkas, we have seen them pop off in lanes like this, and he's already farming super well. So once you get a few of those kills, he's definitely going to become a problem.
I'm kind of worried about the Spirit Breaker though. Like, where does Locas get to get his XP? Because Enigma would like to get these early levels too. Like, we already gave him the level 3, so he was level 1 at that time. And when we get to 10 minutes, are we still going to see a level 4 Spirit Breaker, a level 5 Spirit Breaker? He's definitely not going to have his ulti by the first 10 minutes are done.
Yeah, probably not. The thing I want Locas to do in this one is go towards the top lane and go for kills. This Disruptor is a pretty easy one to deal with. The Underlord, not an easy one to kill for sure. Soul Ring, Ring of Health, pretty much not going to be going down. But the Disruptor could die multiple times, and that's where your experience could come from. It just seems to me that he doesn't want to leave the Enigma alone just yet. As I said, it's gonna be Vazia's call what he wants to do.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they're already doing a lot of work here, just the two of them. So if they had the Spirit Breaker to share some XP, that would also work. But Realm gets the kill on Zayat. Since First Blood was split by the tower kill, we don't technically even have a First Blood in this game at all. So that's 172 gold for Realm.
This is big because Zayat now dies very easily. The only reason that the Spirit Breaker is kind of staying here in the bottom lane, he doesn't want the Enigma to get crushed completely in terms of experience as well. If the pulls would come through, it would be disastrous for Vazia. But overall, the denies are still going to be quite nice for him, just taking away that experience from the Razor. Overall, I am looking towards Locas to make the first moves, because he's definitely not having the best time here in the bottom lane. He's pretty much not accomplishing anything apart from giving a little bit to the Enigma, and okay, that's an accomplishment.
Yeah, that's a great success, actually. You've got bashes, you've got charge, 2 points in Malefice. Yep, that's an early level 6 for the Enigma. He's still very poorly farmed right now, 14 last hits. Meanwhile, Dream is already ramping up 31. But at least Vazia can now enable himself with hitting jungle creeps, getting some XP from here and there. Locas actually gets a kill on the Disruptor, out of all things. So pushing down mid with the help of Malrine. Pretty big kills here for Locas, who has been struggling with that XP, as we've already mentioned before.
Yeah, I think you pointed it out perfectly in the previous game. Zayats, he's a really good tower defender, and Fantastic Five, I think that's the thing that they are prepared for in both of the games right now. They're always diving Zayats. Last time he was on the Coddle, it was a bit harder to do. Now on the Disruptor, it's pretty much a sitting duck anytime they see him, and sure, you're gonna lose this top tower, but the mid lane tower will take a significant amount of damage, but sure, HYDRA should be able to defend it.
Disruptor going down again in mid. He actually gets a kill on Locas, but instantly respawned back with Marine. Getting in the Timber Chain. Ascald. Oh, he's not too happy about the situation, but also I think he's still doing a decent job here, holding the Timber Saw back. He's still got his tower up. For how many minutes longer, though, is the big question, because he's also burnt his Exorcism, or her Exorcism, not to get tower damage, just to force fights, because that mid tower is still at 1800 HP. Relentless chase from the Timber Saw here. Inkswell stun from Deira. DP, a lot of damage still clicking in. Vazia is also getting killed by Muka in the bot lane. Timber Saw able to move himself away. Now we go to the bot lane where Razor is dropping down to Realm. And Realm, can he get this kill? Torrent into the trees. He doesn't quite catch this Razor. Finds Muka, looking for the angle. And the Tidebringer will only take down the IO. Locas should maybe go down. Yes, he does. But Dream also falls in the arms of Realm. Kunkka goes up to 3-0-1 with this. So that's a 2 for 2. At least in the bottom lane, and that huge long dive going in mid, never actually leading into a kill onto the DP, but Zayats has been found. Quick glimpse on the Timber. Deira, he's not enough to snipe down this Disruptor. A lot of fighting now.
Yeah, it was actually set up pretty perfectly by the side of Fantastic Five. It just ended up in Vazia making a mistake and dying to the plasma field. The idea was, let's force things in the mid lane so they can't help the Razor in the bottom lane. We can use the black hole. We're gonna TP the Kunkka, and the charge was going through. But then Vazia dies, and sure, Fantastic Five, they get a kill, but in the end, instead of it being 2 kills going their way without a single loss, they actually lose 2 heroes. So HYDRA, they should be happy about that one, given that Fantastic Five set it up better, and in the end, they still do get 2 kills. But now Blizzy will be defending this tower. They would love to dive him. They'll have the boat, they'll have the black hole, and they want him dead right now. And we can see they're going in. Blizzy does have the Dark Rift, though not looking to use it just yet.
Yeah, it's a tough mission, though. But it is going to work out in the end. Though there's some backup arriving. Ascald, Zayats, if only Zayats a Static Storm, that could make things a lot easier. Since they don't, they're just going to have to back out of this one.
I think that Fantastic Five, when they saw that the DPs weren't coming, that they could have assumed that a smoke was going their way, because that Underlord was pretty deep. He knew that he was gonna get dove, and it's either you get out or you're expecting a TP to come in. The third option is the smoke. Of course, HYDRA not having the relocate just yet, not having the Static Storm, as you pointed out, made them actually question their ideas there, and despite being in a good position, they just didn't have the tools after the death of the Underlord to fight. So Fantastic Five, they might be losing in... Okay, they're not even losing in terms of net worth any longer, but look at the farm distribution. They have it on the perfect heroes. The Enigma not having much, it's not a problem. Given Vazia, he'll get his Blink, he'll get his BKB at some point. He's still gonna be a very big threat in the fights anyways.
3-8 in the first 10 minutes. Kunkka, Timber Saw leading in the net worth. DP is just close behind. Bypasses for now, but in trouble at the same time as Ascald. Torrent doesn't quite connect. Vazia's been killed off by Dream. The rest of the Hydra squad, now they're in trouble. Fantastic 5, gotta be careful. This DP kill is taking way too long, and Muka's gonna be there. Relocate save is out. Timbersaw in trouble. Valorine tries to TP out, should be able to. There's no plasma field available for Dream, so he's out. And the chase onto Dayra. Does he deny himself? Nope. Blissey right-clicks from a kilometer away. That's the weird thing with hitboxes, man. Sometimes you get the weirdest stuff sometimes, and Blissey just right-clicks from like the other side of the camp and gets a kill.
He has a big weapon.
He's got a big weapon, I'm sure.
Did he have the broom handle? I kind of think no. If he had the broom handle, then it's okay, but I'm just not 100% certain.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he does have a broom handle, but still, that's like, you know, when you're chasing somebody in a straight line, they make a small, not even a stutter step, but they kind of redirect themselves to the right or the left, and then your attack animation goes through, even if the distance was the same.
Yeah, it does happen. Though you know, Underlord, he has a big weapon. He has more range than most melee heroes, so
yeah,
it does help. It does help, definitely. Either way, HYDRA, they're still holding the lead, but I wouldn't want to be in their skin. They only took down one tower. It's 13 minutes into the game. Fantastic 5 doing a solid job at keeping their Enigma somewhat farmed. Vazia, he's getting towards that Blink Dagger, and despite there being a difference between him and the Underlord, it's not that big of a deal. So he's still gonna be more useful in team fights, for sure. So HYDRA, again, looking at their heroes, I would like them to be a bit more aggressive. At least force out the TPs from the enemies. Force them move around the map somewhere where they don't want to. And Zayat's goodbye.
Disruptors buying some time though. Dream and Muka, they're both arriving. And then Enigma looks to be going down again. He's going for a pretty, well, it's an attempt. It's a pretty good attempt, but it's not going to happen in time. Boss is still going to go down. Dream is dead, however. And that relocate almost good enough from Muka. Also got the soul bind on 2. Blissey taking damage. Deep with the exorcism still ticking. Dayra's down. Underlord still tanking, living through it all, taking everything. Ascald with the triple kill. And Fantastic 5, they're gone. They've disappeared off of the face of the earth, and DP remains.
It just took them a little bit too long to kill that
A
Razor.
little bit too long, you might say. Nice play from Realm nice there. Play. He X-marks from the glimpse. He brings himself back. He gets a kill. Nice one.
That was an awesome turnaround from Ascald. This is what they need. They need a very strong DP. That's why he's going for a BKB. He doesn't want any Sanjin Kaya type of attempts. He wants to be able to survive for sure. Whatever they throw at me, I want to be able to survive, get a few Spirit Siphons off. And looking at the heroes of Fantastic 5, they are really fat. Ascald, he needs to be the one up in front, especially after how the previous fight went. Again, they won't be taking towers, so in terms of map control, HYDRA are not gonna be too happy. But at least they're getting the farm on the hero that they needed the most, the one that is gonna be in front, the one that you want to for the enemies to go on and to survive, and then with the relocate and all of the other things to be able to come back. But the thing is still a black hole, a solo black hole on Ascald. If the Wisp isn't in the vicinity, he should die despite whatever he gets.
Should.
So I just yeah, so I want him to get as tanky as possible. I think even an A on disc after the BKB is the way to go, but top lane.
Well, top lane's gonna have some action for sure. They found Muka. Dream is also gonna be hiding in the trees as he notices Buddy is gone. There's a smoke coming in from the back though, and of course, the devil. The Ascald DP is there. Dream is buying a lot of time with this chase. He finds some heroes. He's got the link available. Dayra being hunted in the trees, and here comes Blissey. Here comes Zayat. And Grimstroke is there. And Dream, he pops his BKB. Realm is still going to be chasing him with the right clicks and force him out for now. They're going to take down Dream with the help of the Tidebringer. Realm, he's looking for another angle. That's another kill for the Kunkka. Blissey getting sliced down, and another Tidebringer available. Does he find another angle for it? He throws in the Torrent. He's got the right clicks there. Triple kill for the Kunkka, and the chase still continues. Ascald, he's the next one. Last time they failed. They will not get this one this time either, but that IO just potentially might be a target to kill, as he's going to be returning in a couple seconds. 3 seconds from his back. Yeah, DP's not going for it. Just a lone IO. Just the lone IO.
Yeah, that's definitely the safe play. But Hydra, I'm not sure they can get away with safe plays. The Kunkka just getting so much from that one realm is becoming a problem. We've seen so many Kunkas actually become a problem, and this one, he's gonna be hitting super hard. In the last one, we saw Blizzy being super tanky on his Kunkka, but this one, he's gonna be killing people so damn fast. No armor items as of yet on the side of Hydra, and on neither of their cores. Now they're gonna be going for Yules onto the Underlords. He's definitely gonna be taking a ton of damage from the Tidebringer himself. That's a fight without the black hole. Enigma is going for a BKB right now, so Vazia, he has only one thing in mind: just get people into the black hole, get rid of all the light in their lives, and just shut those eyes forever. I think that Hydra are gonna be feeling the pressure right now.
Yeah, this is the same thing as in the last game too. Fantastic Five, they've kind of reached this critical mass point here as well, where they're finally getting stuff happening. Realm 8-0-2, just like the last time we saw him play Kunkka, he went 24-0 against Gambit. If he can pull it off here as well against Hydra, that might just be the way for them to bring this series into a tie. And we talked about this Enigma build too. Since he didn't have that pristine early game, he really had a rough lane for himself. He's the last or the least farmed core, forcing him to go to that Blink BKB with mana boots on the bottom. So he doesn't have any luxury. He's just gonna have to play the basic Enigma build basically.
The thing is, though, you have these fat heroes who can actually go in and force Hydra to be in a bad position, right? Hydra, they can only so much in a fight focus on don't get together. At some point, you're gonna be save me up, bam. There are three heroes together, and the black hole does come through. So I'm afraid for them for sure. It is only a 1k gold lead, but they've only taken one tower. Having the exorcism up and not being able to use it, it is a problem. In Realm, just with these X plays, he's definitely countering the disruptor completely.
He does, and I don't think they want to fight on Arcane Rune Kunkka because he's got a 2.8 second cooldown on the Tidebringer. So it sometimes feels that it's even better than a double damage rune. It's just got even more right clicks to dish out. Doesn't quite get there though. Zayats, Static Storm's available. Not using it yet. Silence is there. 700 HP. Difficult kill. Exorcism used. Fantastic Five. They're on the retreat, but Enigma is thinking about it. He goes for it. He's got the black hole, but that's done from the Inkswell too, and he's got controls of 3 heroes. Muka's inside there too. Enigma is gonna get taken down. Ascult gets 2, and Spirit Breaker's gonna fall as the 3rd hero, and only the Kunkka and the Timber survive. I don't think you want to fight into an exorcism that boldly because it doesn't work out. Oh, no, close kill of the DP. Still has Yules. Able to dodge the torrent, but there's the Chakram. And nicely from Realm and Maureen. The 2 big cores, they could clean house. But can they get to the high ground? Dream is half HP. He's getting rapidly healed by the IO. They're just going to be taking this tower.
And that's a high 5. The tower goes down, and sure, you're like, okay, they don't have a black hole, but you don't have the exorcism, and it's actually debatable which is the more important spell. Without the black hole, Fantastic Five can fight, but without the exorcism, Hydra, they just cannot. They can't run in.
Oh,
and the ball coming through Blazes, you really
Malrine also does a heck of a lot of damage, and he's found Zayats. Making a double. Look at this guy go. Both of these 2 players, Realm and Maureen, they're enjoying themselves. They're tipping each other. They're giving themselves a bit of a tap on the shoulder. Probably giving some, you know, in CSGO they get fist bumps. They're probably doing that right now in the boot camp room.
I don't know if you saw that clip, esports players giving fist bumps. They really need to work on it. It's one of the funniest clips ever. They just missed so many of those.
They do. They definitely do.
Hopefully, Fantastic Five are good at those, and they have practiced those as well, because they have definitely practiced Dota, and now with the 3k gold lead,
yeah,
Hydra.
Don't be a softie. Don't grab the fist. Fist to fist.
Yeah. It needs to hurt a little bit as well, and then it's the real manly move, you know?
Exactly.
Either way, Kunkka, once he gets a BKB, how do you actually kill him? The Disruptor is going for an Aghanim Shard just to keep the DP or the Razor a bit faster, you know. Razor, he likes electricity, even more Surge going his way. But Hydra, they go for a smoke and their catch is limited. Look at this Vazia, he's like, I'm the support here. Yeah, I can die. Ooh, nice Static Storm.
Yeah, it doesn't even get the damage take out, but still, Enigma, no black hole, no nothing. That has to be the weirdest plasma field animation I've ever seen. I'm not sure if you saw that, but that looked weird as hell. with the
Yeah,
relocate.
because of the kinetic field and the relocate, and
Yeah.
of course the pit of malice on the ground kind of just overlapped.
Everything overlapped. But still, onto this tier 1 tower. Realm is thinking, who should I swing this cat on? No room to swing a cat in this crowd. Askol's coming in from the side. He's got the Yules, looking for the silence. Onto the Grimstroke only.
This is a good
But
fight
it looks
for
like
them.
it's a good one for them because they don't get the Soulbind off. And now Malrine is also running away, but the damage is real. It really hurts Askol. BKB popped as well. Tries to get the kill out, but Malrine's going to be able to disengage. Now they finally focus their attention towards the tower. Fantastic 5. Black Hole is ready. Vazia, what does he want to do? Does he want to go in? The last time it didn't work out. This time he could. They see Dream, but he's going to TP out. Potentially could have blinked stunned, but not going to go for it. Good fight for Hydra.
Yeah, it's an awesome fight for sure. So, Exorcism down, you did get the tower. That's important because now you can actually hunt heroes with the Disruptor, the Thunderstrike, plus the Glimpse. You can set up for good relocates. It is something that the Fantastic Five need to be wary of now, especially with their mid lane tower being down. But the thing is, look at these fat heroes. I don't think that Realm and Malrine are going to be staying back. They're just going to be pushing in the lanes and playing aggressively to Realm.
To
He
kill
probably
Realm,
needed
yeah.
to be played a bit
Trying to
more
get this one.
defensively in this one.
It's not quite enough though. Blissey. Yeah, it's Underlord. Just seems like a very soft target. Marine's happy to carve this Underlord into pieces.
Oh, he found DP. He needs a blind silence. He needs a blind silence and a TP out, and he doesn't go for it.
Yep, and Asphalt. TP cancelled. PKB is available, but stun, 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 stun. Even the Malefice to squeeze in between, so no BKBs.
And yes, they do want a bonus.
Oh,
Yuka was asking.
hello, Yuka. Yeah, he needed a half a second to get out. That's a no.
They're not gonna be given to him. I really like what Lokias did there. I'm surprised that the DP didn't go for a attempted silence play. He should have known that Lokias was in the vicinity. No, he didn't. He just went for the TP out.
Yeah, so that's kind of like, did he know about the Shadow Blade already up on the Spirit Breaker? So it might have surprised him a little bit there.
Oh, he did. He went for a charge. He charged him. Through him, he knew that the Spirit Breaker was in the vicinity, I think.
Right,
He
okay.
just didn't make the play. That's why he was hiding in the trees. A weird one for sure. Maybe he thought he was breaking some ankles, but Lokias not to be...
Classic ankle breaker, doesn't always work. Instead, he got his nuts cracked. Now this bot tier 2 tower getting pressured and taken away by Fantastic 5. Another outer tower falling. That's going to be the third one for them of this game. Still tier 1 towers up in the top lane. And obviously Hydra trying to make a bit of a mirror play here, because if they lose their tower in bot 2 and they're not going to be defending it, might as well try and take a Roshan in between, and they should be able to take it. Fantastic 5 though. Yeah, far away. Too far away.
You have this AC on the Razor. That's a pretty big one. You're protecting your DP who doesn't have any armor items just yet, but will be getting a plate mill, so the DP will be that much more tanky. We still haven't seen a big black hole coming out from Wazia, and is actually getting the Aghanim shard as well, so it's gonna be pulling everyone in. Hydra, I wouldn't want to be in their skin. They don't have the exorcism, and Fantastic 5, they know about this. There's no way that Roche would have fallen that fast. That's why they'll go for a move. And this Aegis, I don't think it's going to be protecting Hydra too much.
Green goes in. Countering, James already down to half HP, and oh, nice, he actually gets the BKB used. So he's not able to dodge the stun. Yuka's getting pushed and poked and prodded, and there's the black hole. That's going to be taking down the IO. That's going to be taking down the Underlord. And a happy 2 quick kills from Fantastic 5, and Hydra, they're on the retreat.
And I don't think that you can get a fight on the side of Hydra without the exorcism. There's just no way. Fantastic 5 should know that it's on cooldown at least.
Going again.
That's why they're diving like mad.
Absolutely mad right now. Locas might die for this. Might die for it. Doesn't even die. Dream is still there. A bit, couple hits there from Malrine. But still, diving high grounds, not fearing at all. And Vazia, he has his black hole used in that last team fight. Found himself some pretty important targets too. If he can't kill cores with it, he's going to take out the support segments of the team. The Underlord, the IO. Disruptor getting killed after that.
No exorcism, no damage. You kind of have to ask Fantastic Five nicely to stay in the Firestorm if you want to be killing them, because without it, you're just not doing enough. This Razor, his ability to do the damage hasn't been that great, but certainly once he gets the refresher, it's going to be a bit different.
It's go time now, and nice X-Mark to pop the smokes. Realm, he's finding the entire Hydra team. Relocate. Oh, they're going in. They're going in for this one, but they're already charging on the other side, and DP's got no backup. He's got no backup, no friends. Sayat gets a two-man ulti. Dream coming in for the backline, trying to look for the kill on the Grimstroke, but Dara, even if he dies, he's already done his work. He's got the Soulbind on 2. Relocate back onto the high ground. Realm is there. Lopez with the charge, finds the IO. Malrine is coming in from the back too, and IO is dead. Muka's gone. Realm lives with his BKB charge up, and IO's going to come for the buyback. Dream gets a double kill. They got the Pit of Malice. They've held Timbersaw in place for a bit. And he also has a Lord of Sword. Glimpse. Back into the root. Tries to go for the TP out. Should be able to. No more councils remaining.
At least the Dream is starting to dish out damage. That is good.
True.
Once he gets the refresher, which he will have fairly soon, 1500 gold away from it, then he's going to be able to kill heroes on his own. Fantastic Five, though, getting that DP, that is a big problem, and their lead is increasing and increasing more and more. We're looking now at HYDRA. This DP, it was shown that she can't survive if she's caught off guard. And the IO is probably always going to be with the Razor, right? The second they see the IO on the DP, they can just storm for the Razor. He's not going to be able to survive a black hole, right? So it's very tough for HYDRA to fight right now. They need a refresher on the Razor. They need him to run in, for him to be the first one to run in and just latch onto someone and destroy them with the double eye of the storm. That's how HYDRA need to fight. You're not winning this game by split push. You're up against the Spirit Breaker. You need a team fight win, and you're playing against an Enigma. So that means that you're not too happy about how the game is going. But it's not over. The game can still go their way.
So 28 minutes in now. Kunkka still in the lead. On net worth, 18,000 gold, followed up by the Razor. We talked about the AC, BKB. Now we're looking at the refresher for the Razor. Already one Perseverance ring built up. Looking for the second one. Having that double BKB is key. Realm cuts out the creep wave. Looks like he was looking for a support in the back, and he almost slices this IO down to death. 1,200 damage dealt in one instance. That hurts.
It definitely does. Fantastic Five are in such a dominant position right now. You can see HYDRA, they have the Exorcism, and that is a spell that you pretty much want to pop every single time that you have it, and they haven't been able to do so for a very long time now. It just goes to show how well Fantastic Five are controlling the map, and when they had their openings, they just went all in. We saw with those dives, there was just no response from HYDRA.
But you saw in that that last attempt with the Razor showing himself in the lane, Realm already suspects that the IO is somewhere behind him. There's a support behind him somewhere. So instead of hitting the Razor with the Tidebringer, with the X mark, it's kind of like, yeah, I'll just throw a quick hit and go back. He hits the back line instead because he suspects the IO's in the trees. And even if he doesn't know that he actually hit the target, he suspects that I've dealt some damage to your supports in the back. And I know you're there. I know you're hiding there somewhere. I like the way he thinks.
Yeah, really, Realm has played this Kunkka amazingly well.
Throughout the tournament.
Yeah, but in this game in particular, the movements have been on point, but not only the movements, the X marks have been amazing, just preventing those glimpses. That was the only play that HYDRA could get you out of position and actually get the kill, and every single time it was on point. And again, look at this dive.
No respect. No respect given at all for HYDRA. Fantastic Five, probably a bit angry from that last game too, because they were able to get the side lane melee racks down, and then they lost control of the game after that. So this time they do not want to let go of the throttle. Quick charge into mid, cut down the creep waves, also Lopez. This is the power of the Spirit Breaker, is really being able to split push effectively without having to build boots of travels into your team.
Yeah, and it's gonna be even easier once he gets the Aghanim Scepter, and he's only 300 gold away.
They saw Blizzy. Malrine wants to go for it. He wants to pick this one up. Vazia goes for the blink, stun. BKB forced out. That's already a really good force. Bit of a revengeful slap there from Realm as well.
he just wants to show the enemy just how helpless they are. You know, you show him that he can't get close, that he's gonna be cut down in half in one slash, and then you're always gonna be hesitant when you need to commit. Though, you know, HYDRA being hesitant to commit in this kind of a game, it is a good thing. But just forced in your base 30 minutes in, that's a bad thing. Look at Fantastic Five, they're just controlling all of the waves. As you said, the Spirit Breaker, an awesome hero at split pushing, and now the Aghanim Scepter is there, so he can rejoin the fight extremely fast as well, and pretty much doesn't have the cooldown on his charge of darting. 7 seconds downtime is just so low, and HYDRA are going for a smoke. They know they have to get out. If you stay in the base, you're gonna lose 100%. A double black hole will come at some point. They're baiting on Blizzy right now.
He's keeping up the pressure in mid. He's got the Chivas picked up, so he's got a lot of armor with the Lotus Orb. 9 plus 34, and that's without a single reactive armor stack. So if you add that on top, Timber's easily going to be punching at 50 armor, so he doesn't care about Exorcism anymore. Mazia, BKB to keep himself from getting glimpsed backwards to the Disruptor, but Realm is on the hunt. Very cautious though. He knows that he's still vulnerable despite the Satanic, Silver Edge, BKB. He's tanky, but he's not immortal. Well, so far he is, but you gotta know your limits. You gotta know your limits, even if you're 1109.
I think the idea there from Realm was our Enigma doesn't have a BKB. I need some info for my team. I'm the hardest one to kill, me and the Timbersaw. So let's give some info to our guys. HYDRA, without the BKB of the Enigma, they can at least overtake their triangle. But that's just one part of the map. You need to have more. You need the top part of the map as well to actually be able to contest this Roche properly. Because if you're just coming down from the choke point against the Enigma, it's going to be disastrous. HYDRA, they need more, but they just can't get it. So they'll have to be content with what they got right now.
With his BKB up and running, Lopez gonna be inside the Static Storm, but he's not taking any damage really. Razor already used a shard for another one. Now his BKB is running out. They need to get these kills, but they're just not getting them done. At least they've got the supports out of the way. Blizzy looks for the Dark Rift. He's out. Zayat's is low on HP. There's going to be a net disruptor. And the DP. The DP. The big one. The big prize. And there's the black hole from Vasion to 2. It's going to buy some time. He's going to die anyway, but it's not going to be enough for them. Realm is still there in the back line. Takes down Blizzy. They lose Malrine to Muka. As Dream and Askel are the ones to finish off this Timbersaw, and Grimstroke's gonna die back, so even with that black hole, it gave them the confidence to go in, and when they did, HYDRA punishes them for it. It's a 2 for 5 because it's a dieback on the Grim.
And it's an amazing fight coming out from HYDRA, the way they approach it. It all started off with that BKB being popped by the Enigma. If he had the BKB there, he wouldn't have died to the Eye of the Storm, and that would have been a disastrous fight for Fantastic Five. Their cores would have died, but the Eye of the Storm does so much damage, and now Realm, he needs to be careful as well, because he doesn't have the BKB either for 7 seconds. We know how much damage the Razor can do. TP out, at least he can do that.
Yeah, at least he can do that and get out. I was kind of looking at the Realm statistics on the Kunkka, but I'll get back to that in a second. As this Roche fight is still continuing. Dream has a Mind Breaker. That's really useful against this Timbersaw. Maybe even force out an early Lotus Orb because of it. But at least they're able to interrupt the Roshan. So, I was looking at Dream's Kunkka statistics in his previous games. So he's played 2 games so far where he hasn't died. So against Gambit, almost a month ago, 24-0-8. And 15 days ago in D2CL, 14-0-13 against Empire. But in DPC, with the Gambit victory, they also lost against CIS Rejects 0-3-9. So 0 kills and 3 deaths. So he's also had a hard game on Kunkka.
This though doesn't look like one of those for sure. And look at what HYDRA are doing. They're just trying to see where their enemies are, force things out so they can get the Exorcism back online. And with that fight lasting for so long, and us actually being 35 minutes in, the death timers being long, they have the Exorcism again. With the black hole not being ready for 30 seconds, that could be another great fight for HYDRA.
Double ult in 10 seconds. For Razor too.
Yeah, it's now in their corner for them to force things out, to kind of delay be on the aggressive, push and prod, so that they make space for the black hole. But it seems like HYDRA, they don't have the guts to go forward. But what they do have is the Aghanim Scepter and the Disruptor. So if you don't preemptively pop your BKBs, you're gonna be in so much trouble. And I'm hoping Vazia, for his sake, that he knows that this is up right now, because you can sometimes use the blink and be like, I'll just BKB once I blink in, and if he does it, it's just gonna be disastrous for him.
Well, we're gonna have teams swapping sides. Radiant on the Dire, Dire on the Radiant side of the Roche Pit. 5-man smoke from HYDRA, 3-man smoke still from Fantastic 5. They've also dewarded some of HYDRA's vision. HYDRA's now gonna do the same. But recognizing the situation as it is, Fantastic 5's just gonna decide to push Realm. They find Blizzy on the high ground, so the Eidolons aren't able to get any structural damage. Still haven't been able to get any lanes of racks on either side of the map, plus the tier 2s that are still remaining. Dream actually gets to hack this tower down for free by the looks of it, so that tier 2 tower will be the first one for HYDRA. Well, Realm is coming in with the Invis on the Silver Edge. He's hunting. He's haunting. He's found Blizzy. Charge is connected. They've got the vision. He goes in. They've got the Shivas. The Souls is there. They got themselves the Black Hole from the low ground. Bossy has got 3 heroes inside of him. Muka's not going to be able to get the relocate save at all. They're going to lose Science too. Dream in the middle though. He's got his refresher popped, and the BKB is again available with the Satanic, but Muka's down. And Fantastic 5 has already scored 3 big kills. They're going to lose heroes too. Realm's trying to make a run for it. He is able to get out with just a couple pieces of HP remaining, and his bum rough, his rum buff is able to keep him alive with the armlet. But HYDRA's able to get to the Roche Pit first, and Exorcism runs out. Though. Can they do it? It doesn't look like it. Lopez, what a charge! He almost connects onto the Underlord, but HYDRA knows now. Fantastic 5. They've got the upper man. They've got the man advantage here. 4 versus 3. Timber still losing damage over to Dream. Dream is happy to go hitting some targets right now. He hits for 300 damage. Can he get anything done though? Azia goes in another black hole with the refresher. He's got the 2 big cores. He's got the Underlord caught inside with the Malefice. And Blizzy will be the 3rd one.
He can charge through?
Yep. Broke at the TP, nowhere to go, nowhere to escape. A Fantastic 5 fights back.
Without the Exorcism, it's just impossible for HYDRA. Now with the refresher on this Enigma, it's a big problem. It wouldn't surprise me if the DP goes for refresher herself, and we can see that he has it queued up. HYDRA, without that spell, they're just in so much trouble, and this is the problem. You're playing against the Black Hole, you're like, they have these big ultimates they have to wait for, but no, it's actually you that has to use those ultimates. It's actually HYDRA that can't win the fights without their cooldowns, and that's why they need that refresher on the DP as well. He's gonna have his ulti once he's back up, but Fantastic 5 with the Nagus in hand, I feel like the damage has been done. 16k gold lead is nothing to laugh at.
Since it's not a 5v5 fight, it also opened up the Enigma to get not only just 1 good black hole on 3 targets, but the 2nd one as well, with the refresher that he freshly bought from the base to be able to get some big value out of it, because they also not only killed the cores, they got Roshan, and now they're getting buildings inside the base. So we look like a 4 or 5k lead. You're getting 15, maybe even 20,000 gold out of these 2 big plays.
Yeah, and I have to say, Fantastic 5, they set it up perfectly, right? They knew that their enemies were on their side of the map, so they continued to push in, to try to force TPs. They didn't manage to do it. HYDRA, they knew what they had to do. They knew that they had to stay on that part of the map, but their Underlord went away. And in Dota, the part where you're vulnerable is when you're team is coming back together, and Fantastic 5, they actually exploited that one with the charge. They saw where Blizzy was, and they just ran in, and once Blizzy was running in, then you know that once they're getting together, they're gonna make a positioning mistake. That's when Wazia went in with that 3-man black hole, and that is what made the fight so hard. And also, not having any detection for the Kunkka on the Silver Edge, that was a problem in that fight as well. So HYDRA now, after that engagement, the Aegis is on the enemy side. They even get the DD, Fantastic 5. They're gonna be looking to use this one right now, and Realm, he's already on the hunt.
Yep, and HYDRA, they're scared inside their base. They know how far this game has been stretched again, and they can feel it. Their heroes are starting to fall off a little bit too. Razor's only good to some extent. Underlord definitely does help, but he's also feeling very weak in these team fights. DP does a lot. They have a good support duo as well, but they just can't match the damage that Fantastic Five is dealing to them, especially with this Enigma getting better and better with every passing minute. And they're going to smoke right next to the base too. Realm leading the charge. They could enter the base from this bottom half. But HYDRA is also going to try and scout out, move themselves away from the base. But Blizzy's all alone. He's all alone. He's got nobody nearby. He's got his BKB off, but Realm's just going to right-click him down. But Relocate is there. Now Dream is all by himself. He's got his ulti, but the Black Hole's going to be a missed one. And Vasia, he's got the second one. He's got the DP held in place. He can maybe get this kill through, but he's still going to die. He's done his work. He's done his job. And DP is still alone. Ascol getting some heals from Muka. They might live through it. They've lost Realm. They're missing one, but it's not going to be enough. Ascol thrown into the air with the Yules, and Io is still looking to go down, and the save comes out from Blissey. Realm is low on HP. Rumbuff keeping him alive throughout that fight. Such a great counter towards that Exorcism too. The Rumbuff, if it hits the whole team, that Exorcism doesn't feel it's doing enough work.
And there is no Exorcism right now, right? So Fantastic Five, even with one whip Black Hole and one on one target, you're still okay with this one. The Razor dies inevitably, and there is no Exorcism, which means that you can go forward again. You might not have your Black Holes, but the main damage spell on the side of HYDRA, it's not there, and you cannot die. I think Fantastic Five, they're definitely going to be going for the push right now. There is no reason for them to stop, and we can see Realm being the one that leads the charge.
One item pickup I really love on this Enigma is the Aether Lens, which is... it's so underrated, and I don't understand why it's not being built more. It's such a great item on this hero. And he has gone for it. Been making some work too. Ascol from one ulti to another ulti.
My static storm.
Now looking for the turnaround here. Lopez down to half HP, still has a BKB. Realm turns around as well. This guy, there's no stopping this Kunkka. He's got almost 400 right-click damage. He's put plenty of enough of that. And Marine is going to buy some time. 20 seconds was already needed for his Aegis to pop, so he's going to go down for the first time. And now Zayat's on the chase. Blizzy with the BKB looking for Realm, but Realm has also got his own BKB. He's going to teleport all the way back home. Malrine, he's glimpsed back. Maybe if this Timbersaw falls, but still, structural damage. That's all they were looking for here. It's mental damage as well for HYDRA. Because what they're really doing here right now is just waiting for the end to come. We're looking at a potential Game 3 at this pace. But HYDRA, they could still impact the change of the results.
They have the Exorcism. The problem is they're going to be up against the double Black Hole in 25 seconds. Fantastic Five, they can use those double Black Holes to just secure their axes against Mega Creeps. Looking at Heroes of HYDRA, they can hold their base, but they can't get outside of it. So right now, they need some map control. They need to be able to establish it and fight outside of their base, so that once those Black Holes comes out, that you're not going to be losing their axes. But it's still so many ifs, and you still need to be winning a fight outside of your base, which HYDRA haven't been able to do for a very, very long time in this game too. 44 minutes into the game, a 30,000 gold lead. Usually at this point you're like, okay, the gold lead doesn't matter that much, but 30,000 is a lot. That's pretty much a full-on item on everyone on the side of Fantastic Five, and that's too big of an advantage.
And that's what I'm also kind of thinking here, like what you're saying here, there's a lot of ifs. those are pretty big ifs as well.
Yeah, they are for sure.
Big charge on Zayats. There used to be a disruptor there. Ascol goes for the brave play. He's getting a lot of healing out of those siphons, and he actually lives for the first one. And there's another refresher BKB. Black Hole onto 2, onto 3 even, because Muka's on that side, but they are keeping them alive, and they're actually turning it around. How the hell are they doing it? They keep the Razor up. The Satanic Muka was able to push in the heals, but still, it's not enough. It's still going to be a team wipe in the end. But how did that Razor not die? Muka's pumping in heals of like, what, 200 HP per second. You get the Satanic heals off, but it's just a debate. It never changed the result of the game. We are going to a game number 3 with HYDRA versus Fantastic Five.
Yeah, we are in HYDRA. they understood what they needed to do there, but they were just in such a deficit. They couldn't do anything. They saw, okay, they're going for our guy. We're outside of the base. We have the exorcism. It's now or never. They're gonna get even closer. They go in. In the end, they lose a fight, but at least they gave it their best to fight against Fantastic Five. I have to say, Realm though, 15-0-19 on the Kunkka Malrine as well. They knew exactly what they were doing this game. When there's no exorcism, they're in the face of HYDRA, and the damage is just lacking. HYDRA didn't have what it takes to win this one, especially with the mid lane tower dropping so later on in the game. It did take Fantastic Five to win this one 45 minutes, but overall it looked pretty much won for them ever since that mid lane tower didn't fall in the first 10 minutes.
So inside the last month, Fantastic Five, or in this case Realm/Arc, he's played 7 games of Kunkka. He played his 8th game of Kunkka in March 2020, and before that in 2018 in TI8, basically. I'm not sure if that's a qualifier game or something else, but still, that's like he's played 3 games of not dying a single time inside this month. 3 times and no deaths on Kunkka. That's just a really sick statistic for him.
That is a statistic for the other teams to exploit and ban the Kunkka. Kunkka right now is not a hero that is countered easily, and this guy is a beast on it. So if you don't have a clear idea, this is how we counter the Kunkka, and these heroes aren't really good at countering him at all, right? The DP, not a good counter to the Kunkka. The Razor, not that good of a counter. Even the Underlord, I guess he's okay, but overall, they didn't have an idea how to deal with the hero. I kind of thought at least they were gonna pick around it, but no, they let him have the strongest hero, and they have no idea how they're gonna deal with it, and this is what happens. So if you are not ready, just get rid of it.
Oh, you better be ready or not, because ladies and gents, we're going to take a 15-minute break, and we shall return with the final game of this series before we jump into Division 1, HYDRA versus Fantastic Five, after the break.